It's that time of year. I got the old crock pot out. Guess what I'm making? So, you're gonna prep your vegetables first because it takes a long time for them to soften. And let's get them nice and clean. Take off just the tip. Now I got a bag of carrots, and I'm not going to peel all of them in front of you. I'm going to turn the camera off. And then, magic, movie editing. They'll be done. Watch. This is going to prove it. There's one here, a bunch of others. You're going to be peeled in a second. And done. Through the miracle of editing. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we're going to cut these up. Ooh, he's got a knife. Oh no. All right. They want to shoot away. I don't want them to shoot away. Oh, my finger. Okay, I'm going to do all these, and then we're going to throw them in the old crock pot. Okay, now, so I cut most of them into small chunks. I've left 2 carrots, as is for plating purposes. Now on to the next ingredient. The onion, giant sweet onion. I mean, it is really, look at that potato and for size comparison. Even the size of that meat. It's a giant onion. So I'm going to chop that up. So I cut off the end. I'm going to do the same thing on the reverse. That should release the structural integrity. Slit down a couple layers. Easy peasy. Done. You can see the beauty in that onion. Alright, now I'm going to chop this into rings. Alright, and there are all the onions on top of the carrots. I'm going to take the carrots, move the 2 long ones back to the top. Again, for plating. So now we're pretty full. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the beef, we're going to cut it in half, and we're going to put the first half on top. And we're going to let that start to soften the carrots. So, choice boneless chuck roast. About 4 pounds. Costs $28.94. The size of that slice. I'm going to cut this up into 2 segments. And then I'm going to prepare. And a little poke through the old 4.5 pounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this right in half. So we have a 2-pound chunk. And then we're going to wrap. Look at that size of that sucker. Just going to cut it in half. Alright. And there we go. So what we're going to do, this one seems a little smaller than that piece. So yeah. So we're going to put that in the crock pot. And we're going to wrap this other bit here. Freeze it. Because this is going to be like a 2-day, 3-day adventure. Huge slab of meat. Right. And over there. Alright. There we got. I'm going to wrap that a second time and then I'm going to throw it in the freezer. I got a roast here. We got some onions in there, and beneath at the very bottom we got carrots. So we're going to add a can of cream of celery, a can of French onion, and a can of tomato soup. Alright. And any second now. I can feel it. Oh, it's giving away! Oh! Oh, God. Oh. Boing, boing, boing. Alright, so that's the cream of celery. You got the French onion here. I'm going to put that right on the meat. There we go. That's right. Oh, that particular matter up there. Alright. And last but not least, the tomato. The tomato. Put that in there. There we go. Okay, so ends part 1. We're going to put the cover on here, plug the old crock pot in, and we're going to turn it on low. And this process, I'm going to leave this here. It's 1:11 now, so I'm going to give this 8 hours on low. Now the reason I'm doing this is to soften the carrots, and as the carrots soften and everything inside liquefies and starts interacting, everything will set and sink. So that's where we're going, we're going to skip ahead to part 2 of this production in 1 second. You don't even have to wait. Again, magic of editing. So let's see what this looks like in 8 hours. Oh, so this is what we got. It's absolutely fabulous. And then there's going to be another step, which I'll show you tomorrow. After we eat this tonight, we're going to reuse the soup in the base. We're going to cook the other side of the roast. And we're going to add a couple more ingredients. We're going to add some celery and we're going to add potatoes. And that's going to prep us for the next night. So that's where we're at.